What is up, guys? Phoenix here, and welcome back to My Hero Academia Midoriya pixel art. So we finished the face last time. I got some water, rested my voice for like 30 seconds, and now we're gonna jump into the other part. So for the hair, we're gonna jump into the left side, and I just want your tray to be block of coal, black wool, green concrete, and maybe your placement block should be fine. So we'll do that. And let's go to the left side and let's pick a point to start at, just so we can get this show on the road. So for the, I actually didn't mark any spot in the hair, that sucks. For the start of the hair, we're gonna go to this corner piece all the way to the left side. You see, if you can find it, it's the last one pointing down. So you see this part, I'm swinging that pointing down before they all start pointing upward. It's the last one pointing down, and I'll mark it for you to find it too. So look where I have it on the left screen. And what I want you to find is this 5 vertical over here on the left side of it. So hopefully you're able to find that. It's not that big actually, now that I look at it on the right screen. It just is confusing if you're not looking at the right spot. But from there, what I want you to do is on that 5 vertical, we're going to go to, from the bottom, we're going to find the 4th block. So this one, second to the top. And put 1 piece of coal to the right. And that's where we're going to start this hair journey from. So this is gonna be quite a doozy, guys. Hang on. So from that first single, we're gonna go up and to the right now. 1, 2, 3 more singles. So up and to the right. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right, 2 flat, 2 times in a row. Placement block on the right side. 1, 2. 1, 2. Up and to the right, 3 flat, 2 times in a row. So placement block again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So it's a lot of repetitive patterns, but it's just to get across the head. And it's not really difficult to do. It's just a lot of steps because there's a lot of zigzags in his hair. So we're gonna up and to the right now, 6 flat, 2 times in a row now. So placement block on the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. We're already halfway across the left side of the head. Not really, but I'm just lying to you guys to get your motivation high. But what we're going to do then is on the 6 flat, the second one we have, so this one right here, we're going to find the second to last block and the last block and do a couple of things. So on the last block, we're going to go up and to the right 2 flat from it. So placement block on the top, 1, 2. And keep the marking on the second to last block. We'll come back to that later. From these 2 flats you just created, we're going to go to the right block and put 1 on top, 1 to the right, 1 on top, and then up and to the right 2 singles. 1, 2. Now you can go back to that second to last block that we have over here, and underneath it we're going to put 1 going down. From that 1 going down, we're going to go down into left 1 single, down into the right 2 flat, up into the right 2 flat, 1, 2, and from the right block into 2 flat, we're going to put 1 underneath it, and then above it we're going to put 1 going up, 1 to the right, and then up into the right 2 vertical, 1, 2. This inner area right here will be colored green, so if you want to color it right now you can, just so that you don't lose track of it. But like I said, I will be showing a picture of everything later, so you don't have to actually color it yet. Just make sure you're able to focus and find it. Now from the bottom where we had that 1 single sticking down, we're going to continue. So drop back down there. And we're going to go down into the left 2 singles. 1, 2. Down into the right 2 flat. Up into the right 2 flat. Up into the right 1 single. Up into the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up into the right 1 single again. Up into the right 2 vertical. And from the top block into 2 vertical, we're going to put 1 to the right. So this is a bunch of zigzag patterns coming up. From that block, what I want you to do real quickly is we're going to put 2 placement blocks to the right, followed by a green concrete. And we will come back to this block in a second. We just want to do the green concrete stuff first, just so we don't leave it behind. So from that green concrete, we're actually going to put 1 on top and 3 below. We're then going to go to the bottom 2 blocks, so these 2, and put 1 to the left of each. From those 1 to the left of each, we're going to put 2 underneath. We're then going to go down to left 3 vertical, down to left 1 single, and that's it for that section. You can now continue to this R shape we had. So from that R shape, we're going to put a placement block on top and go up and to the right 2 vertical, so on the right side, 1, 2. Placement block again as we go up and to the right 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3. And for this entire part, while we're going up, just make sure your placement block's on the top, as that's where everything will belong. But if I change direction, I will be sure to tell you. So placement block as we go up and to the right 5 vertical now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up and to the right 1 single, down and to the right 2 vertical, down and to the right 2 vertical again, and then down to the right 1 single. From there, we're going to go up and to the right 3 vertical 2 times in a row. So placement block on the top, 1, 2, 3. That's 1 time. Let's do it again. Placement block, 1, 2, 3. And before we continue on this side, I wonder if we should do some of the floating pieces of shading over there, but then again, it doesn't connect to the main part yet, so I might just leave them for now. We'll cover those parts last. Yeah, we'll cover those parts last. It's easier to reach out to them. So anyways, from this 3 vertical, we're gonna go up and to the left 2 vertical, 1, 2. Up and to the right, so switching sides, 4 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4. And from that 4 vertical, we're going to mark the top block to come back to it in a minute. But the first block in it, so this bottom block, we're going to put 11 placement blocks to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then a green concrete. And from that green concrete, we're going to go up and to the right 2 vertical. Up and to the right 2 vertical again. Up and to the right 1 single. Up and to the right 2 vertical. Up and to the right 2 flat. Up and to the right 1 single. Up and to the right 2 flat. Up and to the right 1 single. And from here, we will make the double back on the layer. So all we got to do is from that top single, so this top one right here, we're going to go back down to left 1 single where we have a block already there. Down to left 1 single again. Down into left 2 vertical. Down into left 2 flat. Whoops, wrong color. Down into left 1 single. Down to left 2 vertical. Down to left 1 single. And that's it for that spot right there. You can fill in this little 2 gap right here. Then, while you're filling in that 2 gap, we're gonna find this section right here with the 2 flat like on the bottom. I know this is a little complicated. Slow it down the video if you need to. Don't get confused. Right after we have this single on the left side, you can see we go up and to the right, and there's a 2 flat hanging on the bottom right here. All we're gonna do is put 17 placement blocks to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Then 1 green concrete, and you can delete the placement blocks. From that green concrete, we're gonna put 2 to the right of it. So first block is going to get 2 below it. Second block is also going to get 2 below it, but it's also going to get 2 above it. And third block is going to get 1 below it, but it's going to get 5 above it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we should have this little strip. So now to continue what we were working with, on this bottom left corner is where we're going to continue working. Actually, let's work with the top right corner. Top right corner, all we're going to do is go in this top right here and go up into the right one single, and we're done with the top right corner. Now we need to get the down into the bottom part right here to slant out. So we're going to first go to this bottom corner right here, where we have 2 flat on the bottom just chilling. And what we want to do is go down and to the left from it, 2 flat. And from that 2 flat, first block is going to get 2 above it. 1, 2. Second block, however, is going to get 1 below it, 1 to the left, and then down and to the left 1 single. Now this part is a little confusing. If you maybe messed up 1 block, guys, don't worry. It's literally not that serious. I can delete these 2 blocks, for example, and nobody would ever notice. It's just, if you want to be exact, sure, it's cool, but like I'm telling you, nobody will notice if there's a couple blocks like a little bit off. As long as it has that basic shape, you're fine. I know I can be a little bit bad with the description, so some of you guys freak out if I mess up a little bit. Don't be afraid. It's literally just a little bit of shading. Anyways, let's revert back now to where we have this 4 vertical that we marked with the dirt block over here. And on the top block, we're going to keep going up and to the right or up and to the left. So our placement block will stay on the top for now. As we go up and to the right, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 vertical. Up and to the right, 2 singles. 1, 2. Up and to the left, 1 single. And from this single, we're going to go back down for the spike. So we're going to go down and to the left, 2 singles. 1, 2. Down and to the left, 2 flat. 1, 2. Down to the left, 2 flat again. And it's going to get a little bit complex right here. On the first block in that 2 flat, we're going to put 2 above it. And mark the top block right there. Then the second block in the 2 flat, we're going to go below that and put 1. We're then going to go down to the left, 2 vertical. 1, 1, 2. And then down to left, 1 single. Placement block, 1. Let me just zoom out so you can see it. The reason we mark the top block is because that's the direction we need to continue in if we want to move forward. Blah, blah, blah. You guys got it. So, moving forward, from there we are going to go up now. So let's go up and to the right. 2 singles. 1, 2. Up and to the right, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the right now, 5 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now the crazy part about this is if you mess up any of these blocks, it might not meet properly at the end, but it will still have the relative shape. So like I said, if you do make a slight mistake, don't freak out. Now from there, we're going to up and to the right. 4 sets of 2 flat. So put your placement block on the right side. We're going to do 2 flat just like this, connecting at the diagonal 4 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're then going to go up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the left, so switch direction. 10 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up and to the left, 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from the 5 flat, we're going to go, starting from the right side, I want you to count over 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3. And now that block and the block to the left of it are going to get 1 coal on top of each of them. Like that. Now moving up and to the right, so putting your placement block on top, we're going to go up and to the right, 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the left, 1 single. Up and to the right, 1 single again, just to get the zigzag shape, as you can see. Let me zoom out. We're then going to go up and to the left, 2 flat. Up and to the left, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And then finally up and to the left, 9 flat. Placement block right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now once we have that 9, we're gonna have to do some doubling up on the layers just so that we can double back. And we're almost at the halfway point. So once we're at the halfway point, we're gonna sink down onto the right side. There will be 3 spots of shading that we're missing over here. There'll be 1 on the top, and I think there's 2 inside the hair over there that we need to hit. So from the 9 flat, let's start on the left side and count 3 blocks over to the right. And from there, we're gonna put 1 coal on top and then 2 to the right of that 1, like this. So from that new layer of 3 flat, we're gonna up and to the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right 9 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Down and to the right 3 flat 2 times in a row. So placement block underneath. 1, 2, 3. Placement block. 1, 2, 3. We're then gonna go down and to the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. Put your placement block next on the right block right here above it. As we go up and to the right 1 single. Up and to the right 2 vertical. And from the top block and the 2 vertical, we're gonna put 1 to the right, creating this R shape. We're then gonna go up and to the right 2 singles. 1, 2. Down and to the right now, 3 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. Placement block. 1, 2, 3. And I actually think this is the center point, so let me save it real quick. And this is going a lot more than I wanted to be honest. Yeah, this hair is actually really annoying. And we still have a couple more ridges to do. Yeah, this is definitely not fun. So, anyways. From the 3 flat now, we're going to go to the left block and go down to left 1 single. We're then going to mimic this 3 flat by going down to right 3 flat again. So you can see we have the same shape, just reflected over this single. Top and bottom are kind of the same. Now, on the right side of here, we're going to go down below this 1. Then we're going to add 1 to the left. But then we're going to go down to the left 4 single. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to start going to the right again. So we're going to go down to the right 7 flat. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up and to the right 1 single. Down and to the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right 2 flat. Up and to the right 1 single. Up and to the right 2 vertical. And from the top block in that 2 vertical, we're going to put 1 to the right. We're then going to go up and to the right 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. And from those 3 singles, I want you to find the center block. So this one right here. And we're going to put 4 placement blocks above it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Followed by 3 pieces of coal. 1, 2, 3. And we can come back to that later. You can even mark it if you want. That's going to be another section that we have to finish. It's not too big though, so that's fine. But let's drop back down to the 3 singles we created and just keep working there. So on the 3rd single, we're going to put 1 below it. On the 2nd single, we're going to put 5 below it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the 1st single, we're going to leave it alone. Whoops, there we go. Now, from that 5 vertical we just put, we're going to go down below it, 12 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're then going to go down to left 2 vertical. Down to left 1 single. Down and to the right 2 flat. Up and to the right 4 single. 1, 2, 3, 4. up and to the right 2 vertical. And from the top block and the 2 vertical, we're gonna put 1 to the right, then 1 above that, creating this lightning shape. And in the bottom block in the 2 vertical, so this one right here, we're gonna put 1 below it. And we're gonna continue working from there by going down and to the right 1 single, up and to the right 1 single, up and to the right 3 vertical, 1, 2, 3. And we won't be touching the top block in the 3 vertical. Instead, we'll drop back down to the bottom of it and go underneath it by going down to the right 10 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm sorry if I'm going a little bit fast for you guys. Like I said, this pixel art was supposed to be done like 9 months ago, and it wasn't. So every time I get close to finishing it, something happens. My capture card crashes. I'm not able to video record. So I'm just trying to get it done for once. So we're going a little bit quicker. But also, you guys are usually experts by now. This is like the 6th part of the tutorial, so hopefully you're able to keep up. Anyways, from the bottom block in the 10 vertical, we're going to go down and to the left 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down and to the left 1 single. Down and to the right 2 flat. Up and to the right now 6 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up and to the right 2 vertical 2 times in a row. So placement block on the right side. 1, 2. Placement block again. 1, 2. We're then gonna go up and to the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right 6 vertical now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Delete that, delete that. Now instead of going up and to the right, we're going to go up and to the left. So we're going to switch sides again, go up and to the left 4 vertical now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the left 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. Up and to the left now 2 single. 1, 2. And that's the end of one of the spikes. We're really close to the end here, or at least the end of this part, because we still have a little bit extra to do, which is kind of annoying. So before the 2 singles right here, where we have the 2 verticals, we're gonna go to the second one, so this one right here, this top one, and in the top block we're gonna put 1 to the right of it and work from there. So we're now gonna go down to the right 1 single, down to the right 2 flat 2 times in a row, placement block 1, 2, placement block 1, 2. So as you can see, we're coming back down from the 2 singles by going 2 flat, 1 single, 2 flat, 2 flat. But just like what we did over there where we have a block waiting for us later, we can do one of those right now. So what I want you to do is on this first set of 2 flat, we're going to go to the left block right here, and we're going to put 7 placement blocks on top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, followed by a block of coal. And from that block of coal, we can add 3 to the, 3 to the right, and 1 on top of that final one. And you can mark them all with grass blocks because we'll come back to it later. So we have that shading spot to finish, that one to finish, and there's 2 chunks over there that we didn't even start yet. So that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a doozy. We have 3 more hidden spots to finish. We have 1 right there, 2 below the hair, and then we have to finish this hair strip we're doing right now. Hopefully we can get it done because I'm not even enjoying this anymore. This is actually kind of annoying. This has been going on for too long. Anyways, we're gonna go down into right now 1 single, down to the right 2 flat, and from the right block into 2 flat, we're gonna put 1 underneath it. And we're going to use that to convert over into verticals now. So we're going to go down into the right 2 vertical. Down into the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down to the right 1 single. Down to the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Down to the right 1 single. Down to the right 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Down to the right 2 vertical. Down and to the right 3 single. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up and to the left 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from the top block there, we're going to put 1 to the right and 1 below it. We're then going to go down to the right 2 vertical, down to the right 2 single, down to the right 2 vertical again, down to the right 2 flat, down to the right 1 single, down to the right 2 flat. And from that set of 2 flat, we can go to the left block and add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 placement blocks on top, followed by a coal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I said followed by a placement block, which is, a coal block, which is what we did. And once we have that coal block, we're going to put 1 to the right, 1 below, and 1 to the right again. And you can mark that up with placement blocks. So now we have 3 sections marked with placement blocks for continuation. It shouldn't be too bad. And we're going to go back down to the main part right here. And all we're going to do is go down and to the right 3 flat. Down to the right 3 flat again. Oh my god, please place the block. Down and to the right 2 flat. Up and to the right 2 flat. And now we need to retract this spike back in. So we're going to backtrack over what we placed. You see how we have the 2 flat right here and a 2 flat right there. On this second one, this lower one, we're going to put an extra block to the left of it. We're then going to go down below it with our placement block 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to left 1 single. Down and to the right, so switching direction now. 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2. Placement block 1, 2. Down to the right 3 flat. Down to the right 2 flat. Down to the right 1 single. And from that single, we're going to put 1 underneath. And from that 1 underneath block, we're going to actually put 2 to the right. And let's put about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we should have a lengthy strip just like this. Final block on the right side is going to get 1 underneath, while final block on the left side is going to get 1 down into the left. So you put a placement block underneath and then go down to the left with that. So it's not even, but it's fine. It's not supposed to be even. Not everything's even. You know, some things are different. So we're almost done here. This is the home stretch. All we're going to do now is go down to the right from that single block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 7 blocks. Let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Down to the right 7 singles. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And since we had 1 there in the first place, it should be 8 in total when you count. Just in case if you want to recount and you think you messed up, you did not. There's 8 of them, but we did 7 after the first one, so that's 8. We're then going to go down to the right 2 flat, down to the right 1 single, down to the right 2 flat again, and from the right block into 2 flat, we're going to put 1 underneath, so this one right here. We're then going to finish up by going down to the right 2 single, down to the right 2 vertical, down to the right 1 single again, actually, did I mess this up? And then we're actually just gonna try and connect it to the ground there. So just connect it to the ground, it doesn't really matter. I think I messed up somewhere, but I actually do not care at this point. think there's supposed to be another block there. But everything's just so confusing right now. I'm actually getting a headache, so we're gonna just continue. It looks fine. Anyways, from there, we're going to finish up the last bits. So we still have a green patch in his hair to finish. We already have 3 green patches with the green concrete. There's 2 more to do. So let's find them on the above the right eyeball and above the right ear. There's the final 2. So what we're gonna do is above the right eyeball, let's go over here where we have this crook in the neck. Actually, is this the right spot? Oh no, it's over here. Look for this gap. And I didn't delete these earlier. I should have. Let me get rid of those. Right before the ear, where we have this lengthy little hook, candy cane shape. You see, it's to the right of the eyeball, but it's to the left of the ear. So this little crook right here. All we're gonna do is go to the 3 vertical we have on the left side right here, and add 13 placement blocks to the top. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and use your cameraman or my cameraman to see if you're on the right spot, guys. Like I said, it's not too hard to mix up, but it's very easy to mix up. From the green concrete, we're gonna put 3 on top, or from the dirt, I mean, we're gonna put 3 green concrete on top, and from that green concrete, we're gonna go up and to left 10 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna add an extra 6 to the top of this 3 green we started with. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it for this first strip. Second strip now is actually above the right ear. So look for the right ear. And towards the tip of the right ear, right before we have a 2 flat, we should have a single. So let's find that right here. See, we have a 2 flat right here, but right before it there's a single. That's what we want. And right before that single there's a 2 vertical. So look where that single is. And above that single we're gonna put 11 pieces of placement block going straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And after that we're going to put a 1 green concrete. And from that green concrete we're going to go up and to the right, 8 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then on the top 2 blocks in the 8 vertical, we're gonna put 1 to the left of each of them, and then an extra 2 to the top. Alright, so now all the green inside is done, but we still have to do the outer parts, and then we're done. So let me see how many outer parts are there to do. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, about 6 of them to do. So I'm gonna start from left to right just to get them all done. From the middle point onwards, we kind of have them marked, but the ones on the left I haven't have marked. So let's fly all the way to the left side of his hair, switch over to our black coal. And what I want you to do is right above where we started this first hair, the first one pointing upward now, we're gonna go to the bottom block in that. So this is the first one pointing up, right above it. And we're gonna find this 2 flat right before the 3 singles. So right here, I'm gonna mark it for you to see. And what I want you to do is we're gonna go up and to the right, 2 flat from there. Down and to the right, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right, 4 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Placement block. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the right, 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 vertical. Up and to the right, 3 single. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right, 2 flat. Up and to the right, 1 single. And that's the top layer. So now we need to do the bottom layer, swooping back inward. So to do the bottom layer, all we're going to do is, you see the part we started at? We started at the 2 flat right here. We're going to drop down to the single we have down here. So we mark it for you to see. And to the right of that single, we're going to put 1 coal. We're then going to go up and to the right, 2 flat, 3 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. Let me just zoom out so you can see it. Oh my god, I'm about to freak out. Okay, there we go. We're then going to go up and to the right, 3 singles, 1, 2, 3, up and to the right, 1 single again. Then from that single, you see we connected up right here, where we have the 3 singles in a row. We're gonna put 1 below each of them, 1, 1, 1, and we're just gonna add a block to the right of the final single, kind of like that. Now from the top piece right here, we have this single floating by itself. We can put 3 placement blocks to the right and follow that up with a coal. And from that followed up coal, what we're going to do is put 1 underneath and 1 to the right. Now from the block to the right, we're going to go up and to the right 1 single. And from the block underneath it, we're going to put another underneath, 1 to the left, 1 underneath again, 1 to the left. Let me just zoom out to make sure I'm doing this correctly so I don't mess it up. We're then going to go 1 underneath, 1 to the left, 1 underneath, and then down to left 2 vertical. So it's a very weird pattern, just make sure you follow it carefully. We just went left, down, left, down, left, down, and then the 2 verticals. Now we're going to go back out to the hair. You see how we started on the first one pointing upwards, so we're going to skip the second one, and on the third one is where we want to go next. So on the third one right here, we're going to find that same single indent over here. So this single spot right here. See, right as soon as this one ends and this one starts, there's a single spot right here. We're gonna add 5 to the right of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're then gonna go up and to the right, 2 flat, 3 times in a row. So placement block to the right or top. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we're going to up and to the right, 2 single, up and to the right, 2 vertical, up and to the right, 1 single, up and to the right, 2 vertical, and then finally up and to the right, 1 single. Let me just zoom out so you can see. It's very easy to get lost here, especially when you're at the end here. You start building a little bit too fast and you might mess up. Now, before we move on to getting this back to the start of the hair, on this final single, we're going to put 3 placement blocks to the right and follow that up with a coal, and we'll come back to that coal in a second. But now we're going to double back. So going to the down to left, we have a single right here, down to left 2 flat, down to left 1 single, and if you can see, it traced back onto some of the blocks we already had, so just make sure you're placing them correctly and you should be fine. Down to left 3 flat now. Down to left 2 flat. Down to left 11 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoops, let me recount it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And now for the final piece in the corner right here, we're going to go up and to left 2 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 1, 2. Up and to left 1 single, up and to left 1 single again, and there we go. So that's it for that piece. Now we just need to go back to this single right here, finish that up, and then we have only those 3 sections over there and we're done with the entire thing. So from this single, we're going to put 1 to the right. We're then going to go up and to the right 7 flat, so placement block on the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And from that 7 flat, we're going to count over from the left side 4 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And on that 4th block, we're going to go underneath it and put a single. And from that single, we're going to put 1 to the left. We're then going to go down to left 1 single, down to left 2 flat 3 times in a row. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Down to left 1 single again. And now that's 2 flat we have before the single. We're gonna go to the left block in it, so this one right here. And we're actually gonna add 1 on top. And then we're gonna go up and to the right 2 singles to close out this shape. Perfect. Now we're on to the last 3 sections. So we have that one that's right above the center, and then the 2 on the right, and we will be done with the pixel art completely. So let's just go to those 3 markings we have with the dirt. So this one is the first one right here, where we have the 3 vertical dirt markings. All we're gonna do for this part is remove the dirt, and from these coals, we're now going to add an extra, let's see, 5 to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The top 3 blocks in this whole thing, we'll get 1 to the left of each. And now, counting from the bottom, we're going to count 4 blocks up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that block's going to get 1 to the right. And on the left side of it, we're going to put 4 placement blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should look like this right now. Now, once you have those 4 placement blocks, we're going to put a piece of coal on the end strip. And then you can delete those. And from that single coal, we're going to put 1 on top. We're then going to go up and to left 2 vertical. Up and to left 1 single. And then we can retrace back down to the bottom of this 2 vertical right now. And all we're going to do from there is we're going to put 1 to the left of the bottom block, while also going down and to the right 1 single. So our shape should look like this. And from that left block we placed, we're going to go up and to left 2 flat, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 1, 2. Up and to left 3 flat now. Up and to left 1 single. And now everything in between right here will be colored in with black, but we can leave that. Let's move on to the second to last one right here. So from the second to last one, we can remove all the dirt blocks real quick. And from the top block, we're going to go up and to the right, 2 flat. Up and to the right 1 single. Up and to the right 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down and to the right 3 flat. Down and to the right 2 flat. Down and to the right 2 single. Down and to the right 2 flat. And from the right block in that 2 flat, we're going to put 1 underneath. And from the left block, we're going to put 1 underneath as well. And also from the left block, we're going to put 3 extra to the left. So 1, 2, 3. And we're going to just curve it back around and come back in. So once we have that 3 flat, we're going to go down and to the left from it. So put a placement block there. 1 single. We're then going to go down to the right, 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Down to the right 3 vertical. Down to the right 1 single. And I think that's actually it for that spot. So now we can go back to the start where we have this weird flat, 4 flat right here. And what I want to do is on the bottom of it, we're going to add 2 to the right. We're then going to go down to the right 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to the right 2 flat. Down to the right 2 vertical. Down to the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then finally down to the right 1 single. And now for the final shape, we're going to drop down to this little Tetris piece right here. And all we're going to do is on the bottom right of it, we're going to go down and to the right from it. So let's delete these dirts. So bottom right here, we're going to go down to the right, 9 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, at the end, we're going to go up and to the right, 3 flat, 2 times in a row. So placement block on the right or top. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. And then we can go back to the start. And what I'm going to do is on the 9 flat we have right here, let's go to the second block. And underneath it, we're going to put 1 block and add 3 to the right. So from this new 4 strip, we're going to go down to the right 3 flat. down and to the right 1 single, up and to the right 2 flat, and then finally up and to the right 3 singles, and we should be done. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So that's actually all parts of the build. What we're gonna do is jump into the finished product and show you guys the colors, and then we'll be done. So finally, after like 9 months, we'll be finishing the Midoriya build. Hopefully you guys were able to get it completed. I know plenty of you guys were waiting. Some of you guys were requesting it like daily in the comment section. I'm very sorry. I'm probably gonna stop uploading the tutorials altogether, or I'm only gonna upload them once they're complete, just so that there's no wait time in between. So yeah, let's go get into that. Okay, so I'm back with the finished build. We're actually only going to be using 6 colors for this entire build, so that's pretty awesome. We're going to be using green wool, black wool, white wool, sand, oak planks, and blue wool. And I thought I was using concrete, but they're kind of the same shade, so you can use whatever color you want. But yeah, starting from the bottom, what we're going to do is we're going to go with layers of blue wool for everything in the shirt, other than the shoulder things. The shoulder things are going to be all white on both sides. And also make sure once you hit the neck area, you do not color those blue, because right here there's a little triangle shape for shading where we have black wool on the left side. We also have it on the right side as well. And then the neck is in there. So in the neck, everything is sand. We're going to use sand for the skin. You could try a lighter plank of wood or sandstone, but I use sand for the entire thing. And then the oak planks come into the top part of the neck for shading. But in here where we had the black wool or black coal right here, we're going to put some black wool for even some more neck shadowing. And then that's it for the lower half. Going into the face, we're going to use all sand for everything as well. The only part we're going to be using the oak planks for again is in the ear shading right here. You see the top half of the ear is all oak on both sides. You have a clear line of separation for the oak planks. Everything else is sand. Then in the eyes as well, you have to draw a line to make sure that you don't kind of cover the white wool. So on the final block in the block of coal for the eyes, I just went straight up with the white wool, and then everything inside was white wool. On the right eye, however, I kind of went over one more layer, but I think if you, actually no, I didn't go over one layer, I went from the top. So from the top block right here, I went all the way down until I touched at a diagonal with what we were waiting on the bottom. So that's kind of my logic for there. Now if I'm missing a block here, I don't think it doesn't matter, see? But yeah, that's just the way I did it. Now for inner eye, lower half is green, top half is black, and that's the same for both eyes, just to keep it plain Jane. And then going into the hair, everything on the lower half is black, everything on the top half is green. Pause it if you need to make sure that you're coloring it correctly, because the shading strips we did at the end right there, as you can see, those are all black if they're in the top half, but all the shading strips we did in the bottom half are green. But I already colored those in green, so those are fine. Just make sure everything is colored properly. Pause if you need to. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this. It's been a long time in the making. I will have more Hero Academia builds coming out if you guys want them. I'm still working on Todoroki. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to hit that like button or subscribe for more content. This is Phoenix, and as always, I will see you guys later.